bootleg podcasts made for everyone by anyone. You are listening to The Rating is Right, a game show podcast based around the movies you love and their ratings. Think The Price is Right with a lower budget, less Bruce, and no prizes. Introducing your host, Ian Crow.
It's the rating. It's the rating. Rating. It's the rating.
Christmas! Hello and welcome to another very special episode, which is our Christmas episode. Yes, we've already done one Christmas episode, but we're going to be doing another one. It's been a year, so time for another Christmas episode. So before I introduce my co-host, let's just explain how this is going to work. Quite simply, my co-host will be guessing the ratings of a series of films, including whether they are higher or lower than the previous one. They'll be getting 1 point for a correct guess of higher or lower, an additional point for whoever is closest, and a whopping 3 points for anyone lucky enough to guess the rating bang on. The winner at the end of the episode will have the honour and privilege of giving a recommendation of a film that takes their fancy. Now that's sorted, let's meet my co-hosts. It's our current Christmas king and newly engaged co-host. It's Owen Cox.
Hello. There'll be no knee slides this year because we're not in person, but I could do a knee slide for the sake of the video, but it wouldn't be very good for the listener.
Yeah, just remember to people who didn't listen to our first Christmas episode, Owen won in sudden death and did a knee slide in my old house.
You had old floorboards, so you could hear it. Yeah, I think you could feel it through the headphones, to be honest.
I feel like the scream reached a lot of people. So yeah, Owen is the current Christmas king, and like I said, newly engaged. So congratulations, Owen and Tazuki for that. And moving on to our actual normal current champion on quite the winning streak. We're not counting the last episode. It's George Robinson.
Hello. I'm ready to take that Christmas crown from this schmuck. There's no fiancé to save him now.
I am the king of Christmas. Well, thank you very much. Show me some respect.
Before we get started, I want to mention a couple of things. I said it off camera and off recording. But the two boys are not very Christmassy today. Owen forgot that we're recording a Christmas special, so I am currently wearing a Christmas jumper, which is Home Alone inspired. A Christmas hat, and I'm eating mince pies. George has made absolutely no effort whatsoever. And
my hoodie has a white fluffy bit. That's Christmas.
Can I just say, you have an unfair advantage because you live in a constant state of Christmas with Ruby. You've been celebrating Christmas since October.
I mean, September probably. She asked me about Christmas presents that I wanted before my birthday at the end of August. So I feel like Christmas has been and gone quite a few times since my birthday.
Christmas has come more times than Ian this year.
Nice.
Oh god damn it! That's it's pretty accurate actually. I just want to throw out some Raters Right facts for you. In our last Christmas episode, which was a year ago, Owen became the first person to win our first ever sudden death episode. And also another Owen fact. Owen hasn't won a single podcast episode since the last Christmas special last year.
Hell.
So Owen has gone nearly a whole calendar year. No, has gone a whole calendar year without winning a episode of The Rating is Right. So will Christmas prove to be that special episode for Owen to get back on winning ways? We will see. So before we do get started, how are you two feeling knowing we're going to be covering Christmas movies again?
I was racking my brain thinking, surely we've done them all. There's 10.
Yeah.
There's 10 and there's no more.
That's what I thought. We do, yeah, that's right. We do 8 now. And I did think as well, I was like, okay, well, I've got to do another Christmas episode. And I was doing some research and I quite easily found another 8, which I would like to think that you have all watched. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first film on the list, we covered the first film in the first Christmas episode, is Home Alone 2 Lost in New York. So as it's the first film, all I want you to do is to guess the score of Home Alone 2 Lost in New York. So let's go to Owen first of all. who quite controversially said that Home Alone isn't a Christmas movie in the last Christmas episode.
Insane.
So
Insanity.
if Home Alone isn't a Christmas movie, is Home Alone 2?
Home Alone 2 is, yeah. I'll give you that.
Right. Okay. So explain, Owen. I need to know why.
I'm pretty sure they sing Christmas carols in the second one, don't they? And that the central theme is that it's Christmas in New York, right? The first one, Christmas just happens to take place throughout the film. It isn't Christmas themed. The titular theme is not Christmas. It's being home alone without your parents and buying off burglars. It's not, let's have a good Christmas.
But the second one isn't let's have a good Christmas. The second one is being not home alone, but being left alone in New York and being chased through the city by the wet bandits.
The sticky bandits.
Sticky bandits? Wet bandits?
Well, they're the wet bandits in the first one, but they're the sticky bandits in the second.
Okay. I apologize.
Marv changes their name. But Owen, it is effectively the same movie again, but in a different location. So if you're saying that Home Alone 2 is a Christmas movie, then surely Home Alone is also a Christmas movie.
He saw something shiny and got distracted.
No. Zuki just messaged me in all caps saying we discussed this, so I'm assuming she can hear what's going on. She's a podcast insider, she said. But they're going away for Christmas in all capitals. We talked about this. She spelled about wrong. She spelled it ABOJT. That's embarrassing. She spelled it all clearly.
Owen, we've proved on the last episode that your soon-to-be wife speaks a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't think it's very difficult when it's compared to you, Owen. So I think maybe we should just permanently replace you with her.
Yeah.
Well, she's not part of this one, so she needs to stop interfering.
She needs to let you lose on your own accord.
Yeah. Let me lose like a man.
Now, important question. We've got over the whole is it a Christmas movie? And we'll just agree to disagree at this point. Is Home Alone 2 better than Home Alone?
No. It's too Christmassy.
Too Christmas.
I feel like the first one you can watch all year round, the second one you can only really watch at Christmas.
I mean, I don't think you can really watch Home Alone in July.
I've watched Home Alone in July. What's stopping you from watching it in July? Nice summer's
it's not
day,
really
stick Home
stopping
Alone
you. This is not quite the vibe. Right, so before we go to George, Owen, throw me a number. What do you think the rating of Home Alone 2 Lost in New York is on Metacritic?
74. No. 64.
64. Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Right, George, your thoughts on Home Alone 2? Well, I mean, for me, I still really like 2, but I don't think it's as good as the first one.
No, I really like 2 as well. It's definitely not as good as the first one. And I rarely say this or think this, but I actually agree kind of what Owen's saying, that the second one is more Christmassy than the first one. I think there is a lot of kind of things that happen that are like, I think it's like being in like Central Park and it being all wintry and that sort of shit. It does feel a bit more Christmassy. They are both Christmas movies. The second one is a bit more Christmassy.
I'm hoping that the mic is picking up the sound of my eyes heavily blinking. I can't believe what I'm hearing. What?
It's just.
I give up. I actually give up.
There's something about it. It is just more Christmassy.
Is it the whole New York thing? That's what you're saying?
Exactly.
It's the New York vibe.
Being set in a city, instead of it being like insular, one house, and it's just how like their Christmas vision or whatever. It's like a whole city experiencing the festivities. And living in like a very festive city, it's very much like, oh yeah, like that. It is the whole festive season. It's not just one specific day. And I guess the first Home Alone could maybe also happen in July if they had just gone away on a family holiday to somewhere.
But it'll be, he's not Home Alone at Christmas. Oh, that's terrible. He's Home Alone in July. Oh.
Yeah, it wouldn't be as
God
bad.
forbid.
What about if he didn't have AC?
yeah. What if they didn't leave the window cracked open a little bit and no water under the seat? How would he live?
This is a different movie.
It's an easy get around there.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. Well, all right. Owen, remind me what you went with. Did you say 64?
I did.
He did.
Okay, cool.
Would it be cheeky to ask what the first Home Alone was on Metacritic?
Yes, very. Don't give it to him. I didn't have that information.
Okay,
You didn't ask. You should have asked.
I feel like maybe you should just remember.
All right, I'm going to go the Home Alone 1 was in the high 70s. I'm going to say this one is higher than Owen said on 64, but not as high as that one. I'm going to go down to 72.
72. So the score for Home Alone 2 is surprisingly a lot lower. It's on 46.
Oh, the Christmas King
so
strikes
just below
again.
Average. Okay, so Owen's taking the lead with that. So I just want to just give you a little stat, which I think is really interesting about Macaulay Culkin. So in the first movie, he earned $110,000 for a bit of Christmas fun. How much do you think that he earned in Home Alone 2?
Ooh, surely it's going to be, I'm going to say a cool mil.
Okay, go on. Do you want to give me a number? Or?
Me?
Yeah.
I just gave you a number. A cool mil.
Wait.
Do you know what cool
what's
is?
cool?
A
No, I
cool
don't know what a
mil is $1 million.
What's just say fucking million?
Well, no, it's
Just
just
say
an
a cool bill. It's
expression.
cooler.
Yeah,
Remember,
exactly.
I'm old. I don't know this shit.
Yeah.
I am old. So you go for $1 million. Okay, Owen, how much do you think he earned?
There's no points at stake for this, is there?
No, it's just purely just a bit of trivia, a bit of fun.
I'm going to say a cool 2 mil.
2 mil. He actually earned.
No, not 2 mil.
4.5
A cool 2 mil. Sorry.
Fuck's sake. I'm going to move on from this ridiculous.
We're not even drunk.
I
For
don't-
this episode.
No, we're not even drunk. I think we're just delirious. We're tired. He earned $4.5 million.
Oh,
Second movie.
It's closer. Do I get a point for that?
he's only a
No,
kid.
I know. Well, he was 10 years old in the first movie. I think he's about 10, so he would have been about 12, 11.
Okay,
So he earned $4.5 million.
it's harder
so
to
do I just-
exploit older kids.
It is.
I wonder what his abusive parents spent it all on.
Yeah,
Do I just give up on my life now? I'm never ever going to earn that kind of money. And Macaulay Culkin was earning $4.5 million at the age of like 11 years
Yeah.
old. Absolutely ridiculous. But let's move on. So Owen takes the lead with that first one, and we're going to move on to the next movie. And this is an interesting one because we do have a lost episode. We do have some unused material that is out there that will probably never see the light of day. But this will be a good game of memory for you too. So the next film is The Nightmare Before Christmas, and it was referenced in that lost episode.
yeah.
So George, you can go first on this one. So is The Nightmare Before Christmas higher or lower than Home Alone 2 on 46?
Oh God, I wish I had started editing that lost episode, so I would have had some knowledge. It's definitely higher than 46. Has to
Okay.
be. I'm just racking my brain now for how high it was.
It has to be. It has to be, right?
Yeah,
has to be.
It's iconic. Everybody loves it. There's not a single person that doesn't. Wrongly attributed to Tim Burton all the time, but I can't remember who
correct.
actually directs it.
Neither can I.
Fantastic, great host work there.
I will find out, because I always forget his name. It is.
Jimothy Schmerton.
I will get there. Continue. keep talking. Henry Selick.
Yes, Henry Selick, of course. The great classic director, Henry Selick
Of Coraline as well.
of Coraline fame. Yeah.
Good track record.
Yeah.
It is, it's really good. Everybody loves it. So it's got to be higher. It won't be that high, surely, because it is still like a musical and semi-kids film, even though there's a lot of like adult humor and things like that in it. I'm going to go up to 68.
Going 68. So he's gone higher. Okay. Owen, I'm going to pose you an interesting question, even though it says it has the word Christmas in the title. Is it leaned more towards a Christmas or Halloween movie?
I've not seen it.
Oh.
Is this the one with the skeleton with the round face?
Yeah, and he's like he's a resident. He's an important resident of Halloween, which is the town, because every like holiday has its own land that you kind of live in and stuff. So they live in Halloween, and Jack Skeleton he's sick of Halloween. He wants to experience snow and festivity, so he goes to Christmas, and stuff goes wrong. Father Christmas gets kidnapped by Mr. Oogie Boogie, who's this big villain, and chaos ensues. It's great. It's fantastic.
Yes. Causes a
Sounds
lot of
pretty good.
confusion for the town, because they're like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
Is this Halloween town?
There's like a parallel version of him replace him in Halloween Town once he goes to Christmas Town, or is it just the void?
It's just the void.
Yeah.
They could make a sequel out of that. They could do like a spin-off of like the parallel Jack Skellington who goes from Christmas to Halloween and make it a Halloween movie. Write this down, Ian.
He just fucking murders the town.
I tell you what, pitch that to Netflix. They'll absolutely commission any fucking thing. Out
Well,
there.
Zuki likes this film and Tyler likes this film. They were actually talking about it the other day. I think it's quite well regarded, isn't it? Is it? What did you give it, George? 71?
I gave it 68. I was going conservative.
I'm going to go 71. I feel like it is ever so slightly higher.
So you went with, what was that? Sorry, 71, Owen?
Yep, 71. Lock it in.
Yeah. So, okay, locked in. So you're both correct with it being higher. Owen is closest with that one. So you went
the
with
King of
71.
Christmas.
It's actually on 82, so a lot higher than Home Alone. So Owen takes the maximum points in that round. So going into the third round already, Owen is 3-1 up. Right, so we're going to move on to the next film, and which could be Michael Caine's greatest performance in The Muppets Christmas Carol. Owen, you are next. Is that higher or lower than The Night Before Christmas on 82?
Lower. Also, it's not Michael Caine's best performance.
What is?
Either Jaws 3 or as Alfred in Batman. I'd say Alfred in Batman.
What about Italian Job?
I've not seen it.
Have you not?
You've not watched the Italian Job?
No, but I have seen the Batman films and he's good in that. And he says,
He is
I will
good
not
at that.
bury another Wayne. Was that a good impression?
That was a fantastic impression.
That was really good. I feel like he was here like a special
Yeah.
guest.
Thank you.
So
Right,
not his best performance, but okay, right. But you've watched it, right, Owen?
No.
You haven't watched The Muppets Christmas Carol? Bloody hell. This is why
I
you
tell
have
you-
no idea what a Christmas movie constitutes of, because you have not watched any Christmas movies.
I'm the king of Christmas. I won last year and I'm currently winning now. Just go with
He does
it,
have
you
a
know?
point. He does have a point.
Yeah.
Maybe
just got
it's
this
a good
Christmas
thing that Owen
intuition.
doesn't actually watch any movies. He normally
Yep.
tends to win.
Yeah.
I watched 2 Christmas films over the weekend, actually.
What did he watch?
We watched Elf and I watched
Okay.
Fred Claus for the first time.
Ooh, okay.
Fred Claus, Vince Vaughn one.
Yeah, and Kevin Spacey.
Yeah. Oof.
Kevin Spacey plays a villain so well, it's almost like he actually is one.
Mad that.
Yeah, ironic.
Insane,
Just for legal purposes, just in case people are listening, he has been acquitted of all charges.
And everyone who was prosecuting
yeah.
him suspiciously died. Also,
Yes.
Damn.
So if Owen doesn't turn up for Christmas this year with the family, we know who's taking him out. Kevin Spacey. Right. So Owen, you haven't watched this. You have absolutely no idea what the hell this movie is about.
Have you seen any Christmas Carol versions?
I've seen Elmo Saves Christmas. Is it the Muppets?
That's not a Christmas Carol. A Christmas Carol is Charles
Sesame
Dickens.
Street.
No.
You know, the Ghost of
Whatever,
Christmas
whatever.
Past, Ebenezer Scrooge. The whole
Are the
story.
puppets or not?
Muppets are puppets, yes. That's why they're called
Yeah.
Muppets.
Elmo's Sesame Street, right?
Yeah, separate thing.
Which ones are the Muppets?
like-
The Muppets
Kermit,
like Kermit
Miss
the Frog.
Piggy.
Yeah.
Oh, Zuki said about this film the other day, actually.
You should watch it.
Yeah.
It's good.
What's the one with Ricky Gervais?
That's the other Muppets movie that came out like 2012.
Is that Christmas?
They've
No.
done the Muppets have done multiple movies for decades, but they
did
did
a
their
Muppets
own
Treasure
version.
Island.
Yeah, they did their own version of the classic Christmas Carol story, but with
Okay.
Muppets and Michael Caine as Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yeah.
I feel like we've gone so deep to try to explain this to
Yeah.
Owen, but it's a very simple concept. The Muppets do Christmas Carol. End of.
Well, I think that it's probably very popular because you're so passionate about it. So I'm going to say 75.
So you've gone lower, but with 75.
Owen's microphone has picked up every P there. It's very popular. We're going to have so many spikes.
The
The
Muppets.
AI. Yeah, the AI is going to have its work cut out to smooth those. We'll get there.
Now, I have a feeling that, George, you're some kind of secret super fan of the Muppets Christmas Carol movie. Am I correct with that or not?
I wouldn't say a secret super fan. I enjoy it. Like, we used to watch the Muppets films growing up. My favourite was Muppets Treasure Island, and the black spot that they get used to scare me shitless. So I liked that more. But it is a good film. It's like a classic, very enjoyable. I don't think it's in the 70s though. I feel like it's a puppet movie.
So you're agreeing that you're agreeing at least that it's lower than 82.
It's definitely lower than 82. I was
Right.
going to go down into the 50s.
Right. Okay.
I feel like that is more appropriate. Owen, did you say 74? What did you say?
I said 75.
75.
I got a lot of confidence in this film. Ian told me a dream.
Again, I feel like I need to. I feel like I need to play tactical and edge him out. So I am just going to go for a nice solid 65, and I think it's in the 50s. I could go for a spot on, but I'm too much of a coward for that.
Right. Okay. So you're both right for it being lower. One of you is actually one out. So the closest one is George on that one. It's on 64. So you are the closest. You get the additional points. So that makes it Owen for George 3. He has pulled
3?
it.
How does he got 3?
Because I got 1 last time and I get 2 this time. Makes
that's
3.
bullshit.
1 plus 2 is 3.
Who comes up with these rules?
Well, I mean, we all collectively did about over a year ago.
I feel like they were always
The rules
changing.
have been the same for about 18 months, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And actually surprised, we've got halfway and Owen hasn't said percentage once.
He's
once?
learning.
Once.
Once. Are you Dutch all of a sudden?
Well, I'm just trying to reach out to international fans. We need to get more international countries to listen to the podcast. Right, we're going to move on to the next movie, the Danny DeVito and Matthew Broderick Christmas movie, Deck the Halls. Now, George, is that higher or lower than the Muppets Christmas Carol on 64?
Honestly, couldn't tell you. I have not seen this film.
Whoa, you not watched Deck the Halls?
No.
Okay, Owen, have you watched Deck the Halls?
Of course I've seen Deck the Halls, Ian. Come on.
You can't say that. You haven't seen most things.
No, but it's Danny DeVito, and Owen
Yeah, I've
loves
seen
Danny
it.
DeVito.
Yeah,
He's watched it, yeah.
He's kindred spirits with Danny DeVito. Could you
So
give me a quick
only
breakdown
started
of
all of
what
them.
the film is?
So basically, so Matthew Broderick and Danny DeVito live in this like American suburb, and they are two neighbours, and they basically have a competition, I guess, to try and outdo each other with their Christmas decorations.
Oh shit! No, I have seen this. I've seen this.
Right,
Never
there's a
sled
scene
off.
where they do an ice skating race and all this. So you have watched it.
Yeah. Oh, but like not since I was a kid. Damn.
Yeah, I mean this movie is 2006, so it goes
It's a
way
banger.
back.
It
It is.
does go
It is.
back.
I really like Deck the Halls. But
I love Deck
George,
the Halls.
now you know what the film is, and you have watched it. Thoughts on it for what you can
Ooh.
remember?
I can remember very little about it, and the fact that I haven't watched it again in all of the Christmases since then would make me believe that I didn't enjoy it.
You should watch it
Right.
this Christmas.
I'll watch it this.
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I feel like there was a different
Maybe-
Christmas film that I wanted to watch, but
You're only watching one
Nativity.
this year.
I haven't seen Nativity. I have to.
No,
I
neither
have to
have I,
watch
actually.
Nativity. There you go. That'll be my one. We tend to only watch one.
What, one Christmas movie for the whole of December?
One new one. We always watch
Right.
Arthur Christmas, and like we'll watch Elf, but like a new one. We'll take a punt on one new one.
Why would you watch it after Christmas?
Why would I watch it? What?
No, Arthur.
Arthur. Was that a joke?
After Christmas. Which one's after Christmas? Is that
The
the
James.
BBC?
We did it last Christmas. James McAvoy. He takes over being Father Christmas. It's all high tech and like a factory and blah, blah, blah.
I
James
thought it was
McAvoy
about
wants
the-
to put the magic.
thought it was about the animated dude with a fist.
The animated dude with the fist.
Every day when you're walking down the street, that guy.
I can see where maybe you got a little bit
Yeah.
confused.
Yeah, Yeah, every year I watch the Arthur Christmas special. Damn. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that Deck the Halls is lower. I think most Danny DeVito films are pretty low regarded, aren't they?
Hilda?
Wait, Batman Returns?
That was
Yeah.
rated low, wasn't it?
No.
Why are you sticking it to Danny DeVito?
Yeah, man. What's the issue?
It's an icon.
Yeah, I
is-
mean, yeah,
Is
yeah.
it his height? Is it because he's shorter than you, isn't it?
Exactly. I have to assert dominance on whoever I can.
North punches down.
We finally
I
found
always
someone
punched
shorter
down.
than George. I was actually about to say you two. I'm really appreciative that you've both taken the time out of your busy schedules at North Pole making presents for everyone. I just want to say to everyone, just give just a little round of applause while you listen to the podcast. The elves are working very hard on my little short kings. Are busy working, making sure that Christmas is perfect for you all. So, George, we've worked out that you hate Danny DeVito and that you have watched Deck the Halls. So let's get a score from you. What are you thinking?
I'm going to go down into the 50s. I'm going to say it is lower. I'm going to go to 57.
57. Okay, so let's go to Danny DeVito's super fan, Owen Cox. Right, so is this one, Owen, that you would necessarily kind of go to? Is it a go-to Christmas movie for you every year?
I haven't watched it this year. It's the 6th of December, but I watched it last year. And
right, okay.
I'm pretty sure we watched it the year before. We do have a favourite Christmas film that we watch that we haven't actually watched yet. I won't mention it in case it comes up. It's a great film. I would say maybe not critically recepted well, but I would rate it highly.
Is recepted a word?
Yeah, it's a word.
That's
Critically
not a word.
critically
That's a
receptive.
word.
Received. Received is the word.
The critics weren't
Critically
receptive to
You can be
Deck the
receptive,
Halls.
but you receive. Now I'm starting to doubt myself.
Yeah.
It should have been. It wasn't
well
received
received.
well received by the critics.
Yeah, recepted is not a.
You're not a critic. You tell me.
I'm in retirement these days with of the film criticism days. You know, they're long gone. Maybe they'll come back in the future. Who knows? But I'm currently just enjoying, not watching trailers,
You're a
going
sabbatical.
to the movies, giving 5-star rated movies to films that are probably on 20% on Rotten Tomatoes. Just enjoying life, Owen.
Don't rate films.
we always seem to forget Owen doesn't actually rate
No.
movies. But let's actually get a rating from you right now. George has gone with 57. What do you think that Deck the Halls is on? Is it lower than Muppets?
This isn't my rating. This is me predicting the rating of others. And just putting that
okay.
out before
Just
I
to
do
make
it.
that very,
Yeah.
make that very clear. Yeah, we've got.
I'm going to say lower than my previous one. I'm going to say 61.
So just make it clear. You're
Yeah.
going lower than the Muppets Christmas Carol. It's not by your previous guess. So you've gone lower with 61. So you're both right with it being lower. It's actually quite a fair bit lower. It's on 28.
Oh,
Deck the
Fuck
Halls.
off.
It's in the red on
Damn.
Metacritic. It's in the red. So that means George.
Just because Broderick killed that guy. That's what that is. That's an agenda.
I mean, that's quite a that's quite a serious thing that happened there.
To
People
murder
don't know
someone.
Matthew Broderick did murder someone in his car on Ireland a number of years ago. Again, if his
is
legal
drunk-
team would like to reach out, we have no email or official means
Yeah.
of communication. So you can't contact us.
But if they want Matthew Broderick to come onto the show to defend himself, we will accept payment.
I
Well,
would
welcome.
happily say that it never happened.
I would pay him.
It didn't happen. Fake news.
Yeah. Does drunk driving count as murder?
It's manslaughter, isn't it?
Depends how
Yes,
many
which is
he
not
has.
murder.
Matt.
I think you said it depends how many people we hit.
Yeah, he actually went into a shopping centre and so recap of the score at the halfway point. It's all square. 5-all.
Oh, baby.
5-all. I just want to remind you the score of the last Christmas episode. At the final score of that was 10-9 to Owen at the end, and we're already at 5 each at the halfway stage. Bearing in mind that we're doing 2 less movies as well.
Close.
So it's already a very high scoring Christmas episode. Right, so let's move on to the 5th movie, which may be a little bit controversial. But
It's
we'll
not a Broderick one again, is it?
No, it's not. No. So the next movie on the list is Gremlins, which I believe is a Christmas movie, which matches. George has recently gotten a
Is that Gizmo?
That is a gizmo.
tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So George is a fan of Gremlins, apparently.
Fucking love Gremlins.
So Owen, we're going to you first. So Gremlins, higher or lower than Deck the Halls on 28?
Oh, if it's lower, what's the fucking point?
Yeah.
It's way higher. I'm going fucking much higher than that.
What are you going with?
Oh, I love Gremlins too, by the way. Not
I
Gremlins 2 the
do.
film, but Gremlins as in
As
Gremlins, just as well as George.
Yeah.
So, Owen, does this get the stamp of approval that it's a Christmas movie?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
He gets it. Doesn't he get Gizmo for Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah. So of course it's a Christmas film. The whole premise of the film are the Gremlins. It's called Gremlins, and he gets a Gremlin for Christmas.
But doesn't Kevin McAllister get his family back for Christmas? It's a Christmas present.
Oh, just let it go, Ian. Let it go.
Like a fucking broken record over here.
Gremlins is about Christmas. Weirdly though, I wouldn't be like, put a Christmas film on. Oh yeah, let's watch Gremlins.
Yeah, that's
No.
why I asked. Like, you know, is it one necessarily that would be on, say, the Christmas channel, like a movie Christmas channel? You know,
You have a Christmas film without having, like, being like, oh, I'm going to watch this every Christmas. Like, Krampus is a great film and a Christmas film, but I'm not going to watch it every Christmas.
that is very
It's
true.
in some kind of weird, not Christmas purgatory. Nobody ever says, "Oh, let's watch a Christmas film." Stick Gremlins on.
It
But you're
wasn't
right.
like-
It
I
is
swear it used to be
absolutely
on
a Christmas
Channel
film.
5 at Christmas time.
Well, just looking at one of the posters, there is official poster of Gizmo with a Christmas hat on.
There you go.
So, and it's got
It had a
snow
re-release.
resting on top. I was like, yeah, a re-release with snow resting on top of the wording of Gremlins. So they definitely market it as a kind of Christmas movie, I suppose, like not a conventional Christmas movie, but a Christmas movie in its sense. So,
Yeah.
But Owen agrees, which is mind-boggling that he actually agrees that it is a Christmas movie, and he likes it. But you've gone higher though, Owen, aren't you, than 28 with Deadpool?
Oh, yeah, come
so
on.
what do you think the rating for Gremlins is?
82.
82. Okay, so yeah, that's gone quite a lot higher.
Show your loyalty, George. You've got a tattoo. Come on,
Chris,
go high.
the Christmas King is like really pushing the boat out here.
Is he?
82
Oh, is he not?
for
This is a-
Gremlins.
Certified hood classic.
Say a hood classic.
Certified hood classic.
Certified hood classic.
Heard
Is
it
that
here
Northampton
first.
hood? Is it?
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
George. So you're thinking that Owen's gone too high.
Yeah.
Let's hear your predictions then for the score of Gremlins. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I love Gremlins, obviously, but I can't see it being that high, surely, because it is, one, it's a Christmas film. Two, it's kind of like there's something like almost B movie about it. If that makes sense.
It's very of its time, I guess. It
Yeah.
fits very well within the decade of the 80s, doesn't it? So
Yeah. So I'm going to say it's definitely higher than the last one. It's not in the 80s. It can't be in the 80s. So I'm going to say that it is on, to give it justice, 78.
70. Sorry, so you've gone 78. So you're both right with it being higher. George is the closest. It's on 70.
Ah, there we go.
It's quite a bit higher, but closer. So Owen gets the point. It's on 6, and George, for the first time at a crucial point of the round, he is on 7 points. Is taking the lead for the first time. So
Suck it,
George is on
Christmas
7.
King.
Owen is on 6.
Christmas
so-
comeback.
In the
We're-
words of Owen last year, suck on these tiny nuts.
There's still 3 films to go, so there's all to play for. But can Owen hold on? What Owen really needs is a spot on. I feel like that will really shake things up. We've not had one just yet. But let's go on to the next one. So the next film on the list is the Netflix animated movie Klaus. So
banger.
is that higher or lower than Gremlins on 70, George?
Definitely higher. Great film. Great Christmas film.
Going higher, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's one of those films where, so in school we obviously put a Christmas film on every year, and normally Arthur Christmas is like the go-to, because it's loud and flashy enough that the kids are always paying attention. But since Klaus, it's now Klaus. What a film. I think it is phenomenal. I think it looks great. The story is great. It's heartwarming and funny and just all-round perfect Christmas film. I don't think it is super high, but it's definitely higher than 70. I'm going in at a nice solid 85.
It's not that high. I'm going with 85. That's quite high.
But in
that
the
is
grand,
not-
between 70 and 100, it's closer to 70 than it is 100. Nope, it's
Okay,
bang
yeah.
in the middle. Ignore
No,
everything I just said.
Just to remind everyone, George is a school teacher. So George has locked in 85. Owen, Klaus. I feel like this is a film that's right up your street, Owen. Not too sure if you've watched it or not.
I have not seen it, so. But what do you mean,
It's
right
one-
up my street?
I don't
What
know.
does
I
that
just
mean?
feel like it's one of those films that I just feel like
Is it animated?
Yeah, animated. Yeah, I feel like you'd
I don't
you'd
want-
get on board with it.
So it's a kids' film.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily. Not all animated movies are kids' movies. It's rated PG.
What's it about? Christmas?
No, it's about the Easter Bunny, Owen. For fuck's sake! Of course, it's about Christmas.
Essentially, a postal worker is sent to this shitty town, and he has to try and to make up
Is it
for
Northampton?
something. Is it Northampton? Yeah. To make up for something he did, he has to basically go to this town and get them to post letters, and they have to reach a certain quota, and they're not doing it. So he invents this idea of Father Christmas, where the kids have to send letters to, or Klaus, to send letters to get toys and things. And then it all turns into this thing trying to stop two warring families from warring, and basically magic. Father Christmas is like a massive lumberjack with a dead wife. And he realizes this guy has got this magical carpentry ability, and so gets him to start making the toys for the kids to get people to send more letters and essentially exploit children for his gain.
That's really depressing.
Oh,
Is
no,
it
but it's
not meant
really
to be
good.
uplifting?
It's really good.
Be fair though, when you think about a lot of Christmas movies and the concept of the stories, is that they are a lot of time pretty.
It's meant to be uplifting.
Distress. Yeah, I know, but a lot of them are pretty distressing.
It's uplifting
And they
at the
but they
end.
end up being up. Yeah, it's always uplifting at the end. Like Home
Yeah.
Alone. Let's say if you think about Home Alone, going back to Home Alone, because I fucking love it. It's like an 8-year-old kid
Not a
by
Christmas
himself.
film.
That's pretty fucking distressing. Obviously, at the end, he sees his family. It's a Wonderful Life. It's about a man who wants to kill himself.
Got off.
Then doesn't.
Kevin McAllister was the villain of that film.
How?
The abuse he laboured into those two poor blokes.
What
Yeah,
the
but
two,
they were
the
trying to
two
make
criminals
Christmas
that want to
down
break
on
into
their
his
luck.
house?
Down
They
on their luck,
could-
stealing from the privileged, you know?
They could just- they could just
McAllisters would have been
leave.
alright. They'd have survived.
He's defended his house. He could have shot them with a
Oh,
a gun
we've
if he
got back
wanted
from
to.
we've got back from holiday and our TV and our VHS thing's gone. Oh, we'll claim it on the home insurance. They would have
Yeah,
been
but
alright.
it would have also been, oh, we've got home from our holiday and our son is dead. That he has been either kidnapped
They weren't
or
going to
he's
kill
murdered.
him.
I mean, at
Also-
some points, they definitely were going to try and kill him.
I just want to say that Owen did his best Donald Trump impression with his hands for 10 seconds.
His tiny little hands.
China. Karen McAllister. The terrible man. Terrible things.
I mean,
It's fake
he didn't
news.
have to go that hard, did he?
He didn't know. He
Doesn't
could
he
have
hit one of
pulled
them
with an-
punches.
He hit one of them with an iron at one point, didn't he? That's like attempted murder.
Well, I mean, he put it in a precarious position and the person moved it, so it hit him in the face. So technically,
Yeah.
Kevin McAllister didn't hit him in the face with the iron. It just happened to fall purposely onto Miles' face.
Yeah. He also
You know-
set one of them on fire, didn't he?
Yeah, but
You're not
but it
making
was
a good
attached
guess.
to it was attached to the door, which then when opened it went off. So he didn't touch it and do that. The blowtorch went off.
You his
by...
lawyer.
Yeah. You should work for Matthew Broderick.
He's not guilty. I watched Home Alone again on Monday. just
Matthew
recently, so
Broderick didn't kill
fresh
the
in my
guy.
mind.
He didn't touch the car. He was passed out at that point. So
His eyes are
Matthew
closed, so
Broderick-
it doesn't count.
Matthew Broderick doesn't kill people. Cars do. Okay.
So it's Klaus
right.
film.
Yeah, Klaus. Yeah, it's a good
Cracking.
film.
I think
Cracking.
it sounds really depressing. You haven't really sold it to me. I don't feel like going to watch it, to be honest. What did you give it, George?
I gave it 85. 85.
85?
Yeah, you went-
I got
you went
I
higher-
got
85.
I got a bit carried away, I will admit. I loved it so
But it-
much.
It's locked in. It's locked in.
Ah,
I'm going 66.
oof.
66. So, okay. So this is
Ian's got to
interesting.
do
So
some maths.
No. I've got the math. So, well, what I want to say is interesting because you both went a separate way for the first time this game. See, one of you is correct, and it's Owen.
No!
Hang on.
Owen was one out. One
Oh.
out. It's on 65, so it's 5 lower than Gremlins. So that means going into the penultimate round, Owen has retaken the lead on 8. George stays on 7.
Oh no! Christmas King's back at it again.
So just wanna give a, because I Klaus is quite a new movie, it's a Netflix movie, and I watched it for the first time with Ruby last year. And I just want to give you a really interesting fact what I found out in my research for the movie. Is that it's the first traditionally hand-drawn animated movie to make use of volumetric lighting and texturing to give it a more 3D-like look. So in the sense of the way that it's delivered, yeah, you can, yeah. The way it's presented and it's done, it's very unique in the way that the animation is done, which is why I think
It's not like Polar
looks
Express, is
fantastic.
it?
No, God.
No.
It's not Uncanny Valley. Like it looks, it's purposefully animated.
Oh,
looking.
okay. I'm looking at it on Google now.
And that
Great.
it was shopped around a good number of years before it was actually picked up because a lot of studios thought it was too risky to go forward and take it on. But it's been pretty big success since Netflix was very brave to take it on. So maybe
I feel like I need to get a Klaus tattoo now.
There you go. Yeah.
Cross my heart.
Or and then get one at the end that says Christmas Loser Part 2. Times
not yet.
2.
Not fucking yet.
Thing is, I did name this episode 11, the Christmas Special Part 2, George's Revenge, but it seems to be that the way that we're going, you're not going to be getting your revenge. But let's find out. So we're going on to our penultimate round. Next film on the list, Bad Santa.
Ooh.
So Owen, we're going to go to you first. Bad Santa, is it higher
fucking love
or
Bad
lower
Santa.
than Klaus on 65?
It's a comedy, and comedies never score well, but I fucking love this film. Herman Merman, what a legend. Gonna fix you some sandwiches.
Joe, I haven't watched Bad Santa.
Oh my
have I.
god, seriously? What?
But I want to ensure that I watch it this year. This is like my first
watch it.
time Christmas movie.
It is
watch this
brilliant.
year.
I've been trying to
So,
get Zuki to watch it, but she just refuses to because it's Billy Bob Thornton.
She not like him.
She hates him.
So as you're the only one who has watched the film, give us a rundown for us and the people who haven't watched Bad Santa. What's it about?
I haven't seen it in a good few years, but it's just about a guy who plays like a mall Santa, but he's just a complete degenerate. He's like a thief. He's just a complete lowlife. He's just a piece of shit. And he manages to swindle his way into this house with a kid and his grandma. The grandma's clearly got dementia and the kid's just a complete moron. And the kid believes he's actually Santa, so he gives them a place to stay and he just mooches off them the whole film. I can't actually remember how it ends, but it's good. It's funny.
It sounds like a subtle home invasion film.
Yeah, it's Billy Bob Thornton's a piece of shit in it. But the kid believes he's actually Santa, so like he invites him back home and just hijinks ensue.
Fair.
It's a film from 2003, right? So it feels
Is that all
like
it is?
yeah, 20 years. So it's that kind of movie that fits that kind of era of comedy movies that are kind of maybe pushing the mark a little bit, which I don't think would maybe work these days.
There's a lot of
that's
small
why I think people
jokes.
love it. Yeah. Well, I've heard that there is, but the guy is Tony Cox that you said, wasn't it? The guy who plays the small person.
He plays an elf.
He plays an elf. Yeah, in the movie. Is there any reason? Or is it what am I trying to say? Basically, what I'm trying to say is that he has the last name as you, Owen. You're both particularly small. Is he lost daddy? Is he lost daddy?
Isn't he black?
He is black. Yeah. But maybe Owen's mum was so white. He's balanced out.
The film is so good with the there's like a running gag where he always offers him sandwiches, but he says I'll fix you some sandwiches. I mean, it would mean nothing to you two because neither of you have seen it, but to me it's fucking hilarious. And the kid in it is called Herman Merman.
That alone is the reason to watch it.
Well, so go on, Owen. Let's hear your rating then, or your guess for.
I love it, but
Bad
I feel
Santa.
like it wouldn't have been critically recepted well. I'm going to say 53.
So you're going lower 53, so lower than 65. Okay, George,
Yeah,
hit me with your rating.
right.
I feel like you're overthinking here.
It's got to be below 50. There is nothing screaming out where I'm like, oh yeah, the critic's gonna love this. Like potentially controversial humor, and generally like an un-Christmassy Christmas film. It's got to be below 50. I'm gonna say it is 46.
Okay, so you've both gone lower. You're both incorrect. It's actually higher than Klaus on 65. It's on 70. It's higher.
What? You got the same as Gremlins.
I got the same as Gremlins. It's higher than Home Alone 2. It's higher than Deck the Halls.
What the hell?
Right, what I was going to do, because I thought that this might be one that you both kind of slip up on a little bit, I was going to find some critic reviews for you, just some kind of like some quick grabs of why people like it so much. So one of them was climactic uplift is far less important than the bawdy, nasty, inappropriate hilarity peddled by the 2003 gem. Also benefits from the participation of the late Bernie Mac and John Ritter. So a lot of people are saying that Bernie Mac was pretty good. Yeah. People saying that the storyline is generally poignant, even when it's surrounded by preposterously reprehensible conduct. Basically, people find it heartwarming even when it's surrounded by pretty horrible characters. Everyone says that they like the characters of the bullied boy, kind of being close with this. Yeah, being again, this like reprehensible character like Santa. They basically like the whole relationship of it, and that the acting is pretty good for it. Which even surprised me.
I feel like I need to give this a go then.
Yeah, I
know you would.
I'm going to give it a go. So let's move on to what is the last movie of the rounds. Quick recap for you both. It is still absolutely open for anyone's taking. Owen goes into the lead in the last round on 8 points. George is just behind on 7. So Owen is in a good position to reclaim his Christmas crown and take his first win in a calendar year. So let's see if that is the case. So the last film on the list is the 2022 Christmas movie starring David Harbour, Violent Night.
Oh,
So
you can do National Lampoon again.
there's going to be more Christmases.
Take the piss. The best Christmas film.
I'm sure we'll do another one next year if you want.
Do you know what? Even if I win now, that's ruined it for me.
Thanks a lot, Rachel.
Thanks a lot. My iPad charge doesn't work with my iPad. Right, so George, you are going first. So Violent Night, is that higher or lower than Bad Santa on 70?
I loved Violent Night. It was so good. It's one of those. Amy rarely gets excited to go to the cinema, but for this, to see David Harbour in a man bun doing his thing, she was right up for it.
I have to say, Ruby felt a lot during that movie. Watching David Harbour with that, she was like, Santa really does it for me with a top knot. As we're watching that, as I just newly shaved off all my hair, and I was like, great.
Yeah. We didn't see this together, did we?
No.
Okay.
We were still in Norwich at the time, so
Wet chairs in that cinema.
David Harbour's a sexy guy. Everyone loves him.
God,
he looks particularly good as a very rough Santa Claus.
like prime hot dad bod. Like, yeah. What a catch. I think it's lower though.
Okay.
I'm going for a punt and saying it's lower because it is very like slapsticky. It's pretty predictable in terms of like violence at Christmas. I guess it's sort of nuanced, but it's not enough. It's still just a silly film. But so's Bad Santa. Oh god, there's so
I haven't
much
seen
riding.
Bad Santa.
No, but
Has the-
it is. It is a silly film. It's about
I feel like
bad Santa.
I feel like the Bad Santa rating has thrown you both off a little bit.
Oh god, it
Pretty
has.
called it poignant.
Yeah,
can't
but
be
they don't
that
know what
silly.
they're talking about.
It essentially
true, I
saying it's a
agree with that.
masterpiece. Really, that's what they'll say, Owen.
Yeah,
maybe that was Owen's review.
Yeah, he's been a critic this whole time. I think it's lower than 70. Oh, but it can't be that much lower. So I'm going to say it's 60. I'm going to go 67. Oh, I don't like it.
Okay, so he's gone lower. 67. Owen, again, another movie I feel like you would enjoy.
I haven't seen it.
Oh,
I would say I really enjoyed it, but it's not one personally that I would watch every year at Christmas.
I'm not a huge David Harbour fan, to be honest.
ooh, controversial.
Not of his personality. I just don't think he's a very good actor. I think he's very one note and very typecast.
I can
To be
see that. I
fair.
can see that.
Yeah, he does
Yeah.
play that kind of gruff dad bod type dad.
Yeah, I prefer Danny DeVito.
He's a real man.
Any role that David Harbour's been in, Danny DeVito could have done. Hellboy, he would have smashed it.
Yeah.
Imagine Danny DeVito as Hellboy.
Danny DeVito
Yeah.
typecast as the short, weird guy.
Definitely not typecast as the Penguin in a Batman movie.
So what? It's about a Santa Claus who beats people up.
He's like Father Christmas. He's sick of the job. They're like a rich family, and they've been like home invaded by this like crack team of criminals, and they're like holding them hostage or some shit. They want their shit.
They're trying
Did we
to
do Fred-
access they're trying to access like some safe. But yes,
We
like
did Fred
George
Claus
says-
last year.
Yes,
We did.
I think. Let me just double check because I've got a list and I checked it twice.
The thing that I'm annoyed about is that
We-
I now have to wait another whole year for you to pick some decent Christmas films that I've actually seen.
Wow. Did we do Fred Claus last year? We did not do Fred
For
Claus.
fuck's sake.
There you go. Next year. Next year's your year, bud.
Lampoon on next year as well. You got next year's script up already?
Make
a note of it.
now.
Well, I can do it for you, Owen, if you like. I'll put them in, but maybe I won't.
Right. What did George give this David Harbour film?
He went 67, so he went lower.
I'm going 66.
Gentleman's agreement, not within one.
65.
You rat bastard.
Okay, right, that's locked in, Owen.
That is locked in on the percentage.
Okay, let me just do my final calculation just to make it
Try it, George.
extra official.
Well, obviously, it's not gonna be. Oh, it could be.
You haven't
No,
lost.
it
You haven't
won't
lost yet. You know.
The results are in. I really feel like I need a soundboard. I really want to do that. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? The
be.
get Chris Tarrant in. It's like you went with 65.
You can see the sweat
Yeah.
on George's head.
Yeah, I know.
Just
Look
for the
at it.
listener.
Yeah, let's just get a bit of description. I feel like George is absolutely losing it. That was a mistake wearing that hoodie, wasn't it?
I know, I'm so sweaty.
It's too hot.
Right. So, has Owen reclaimed his Christmas throne and become Christmas king 2 times in a row and recorded his first win on the podcast for a year? Or has George Robinson taken the win and continued his winning streak? I can confirm that Owen is the Christmas king.
You
So
bastard.
nice. I
He
had to do
was
it
the
twice.
closest.
Oh,
you were both
boo.
correct. Owen takes it being the closest. He is Christmas
Yes.
king of 2023.
What was Violent Night on?
It was
Who
on
cares? I've won.
55.
55.
It was on 55.
Damn you, man.
Owen takes the
Yeah,
win.
and-
Owen,
and
right, let's
that's-
get your thoughts. Let's hear it. People got to hear how you feel.
It's my
right
annual
now.
win. It's my annual win, and it's the Christmas win. I mean, I feel like the Christmas victory means more than any other victory all year round because it's the only episode where it's a special episode. So I feel like it should count as 5 wins. It feels like 10 wins, to be honest.
Look, it's at Christmas. That's all that matters, Owen, right? You don't care. It's just Christmas. You won.
Can I recommend my film now?
Right, let's do that. Let's hear your recommendation, Owen.
National Lampoon. Okay, watch it.
National Lampoon. What is the full title for people?
Maybe you'll have to Google that. I'll just call it National Lampoon.
Well, I
'Cause
mean,
you
there's
have
so many National Lampoons.
That's it's National Lampoon Vacation. It's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, the 1989 movie. Is that the one you're referencing?
That is the one I'm referencing with Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase, yeah. Okay, give us a rundown, Owen. What, for people who do not know what that film is, give us a little rundown of what
why should
National
we
Lampoon's
give a
Christmas
shit?
Vacation. Yeah, why should we watch
It's
it, Owen?
Christmas, and he's like wants his bonus for Christmas to buy all his presents. I don't want to spoil it. It's such a good film. It's such a good message. It's shitting on capitalism. I fucking love it. Everything's right up my street. It's such just the communism in it is just fucking. I love it.
That is not where I thought that description of.
I love the socialist
message. National Lampoon, typically just like slapstick, stupid comedy, but no, communist messaging, hard socialism.
You heard here first, guys. Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
Power to
very
the
much.
workers.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Owen, for that. And again, thank you both for taking part. Very much, George taking part, Owen winning the actual episode.
Ooh.
I hope you enjoyed Christmas Part 2. It unfortunately hasn't been George's Revenge. It's been Owen again. Owen is the Christmas King for the second year in a row. Thank you all so much for listening. We are on Instagram and TikTok, so please follow us there. You can find the podcast on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, and YouTube. So please make sure you download and listen to us and give us a rating of 5 stars.
Do it everywhere. Go do it
everywhere. Even if it's the worst fucking podcast you've ever listened to, just give us 5 stars. We
toilet
don't care.
cubicle if you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Spread the word any way you can. And just to add in as well, as it's Christmas and you may be looking for a last minute Christmas present to put in someone's stocking, if only someone's been asking, guys, where's your merch? We've got some. We've got some merch. We have t-shirts. We have official t-shirts that you can find. It's in the bio of our LinkedIn, our link tree, on our Instagram page. So if you just search Ratings Right Linktree, you'll find the link to the t-shirts there. Both me and George have a t-shirt. I've tested and tried them, and they are very good quality. Owen so far has not bought a t-shirt, but that is where you can find them and buy them. But if you have any questions about that, you can just fire us any questions about that. We happily will.
If you have any questions about that, you can just fire us any questions about that.
Yeah, and we'll answer them. Yeah, I mean, I'm so keen to answer your questions. I asked it twice. And we'll happily take your money because we're very poor and we need some money towards buying and owning a new microphone. But thank you all so much again. I really appreciate all your support this year as we come to the end of 2023, and we hope you continue listening into 2024 as we have more episodes coming. Thank you to George and Owen again. Good night, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year.
Bye.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.
It's the rating. It's the rating. Rating. It's the rating.
The Rating is Right podcast is hosted by Ian Crow and co-hosted by George Robinson and Owen Cox. The show is edited by George Robinson with music by Will Butler. You can find the podcast on Instagram under the handle The Rating is Right, or you can contact the hosts on their email address, theratingisright@gmail.com, if you have any suggestions or want to discuss your thoughts on previous episodes. Thanks for listening.